A strong one. I think across the board, he continues to throw the ball better and better almost every time out. Kind of a long way from throwing to high school in Lafayette, Indiana, not too long ago. Uh, he looks good. He looks really good. Ball's sinking. He's getting most all of his outs on the ground. That's a good recipe for success.
Big breakout offensive show tonight with 14 runs scored, but also the fact that defensively, clean game, no errors. Does that hold as much weight as the offense do?
You like to play clean games. Defense is really where you are going to end up winning in the long run. I mean, you got to defend the field well. We still had a few plays there that weren't probably cleanly executed. They don't translate into errors per se, but they're not. Wasn't the cleanest game in the world from a defensive perspective. Offensively, the inning where he broke out for the 7 runs starts with an error, and then we capitalized. I thought we were very aggressive on the bases, going first to third. I think that keeps pressure on. It feels like you're attacking rather than being attacked, and I thought the guys attacked very well in that inning.
How's Derek?
He's getting checked out right now. Going to have an X-ray. Going to have get it looked at. The ball kind of caught him right in here in kind of a funny spot that didn't feel completely protected. So we're going to look at it and see what it is right now.
Frustrating that it comes right after that homer.
Yeah, guy puts forth tremendous effort, and it's just been one of those years where you finally feel like you get something moving in the right direction, and it derails on you. And he'll learn an immense amount from going through it all this year, and he'll be better for it. Hopefully it's nothing severe, and he's able to be back out there in the next couple days.
What was the expectation when you decided to put Richard into the rotation? Obviously, he must have exceeded them by now.
Yeah, he's exceeded him. But I think you bet on the person, what he has been in the past, and as he gets distance from his surgery, how he returns to form and also develops further, because he's one of those guys that works harder than everybody. And I've learned not to count those types of people out. He ends up coming all the way back and maybe even a step further than he was before. So the sink is what intrigued me. Like seeing him throw the arm slot is different than it was before. He was a productive pitcher, obviously, for a long period of time when he was a little bit higher up. But where he is right now, it's just a really tough look for some left-handed hitters. So it's played very well for him, and stays in the strike zone pretty consistently. He's had, I guess, the 2 LeMahieu at-bats where he's probably upset with himself. But outside of that, he was outstanding and felt really strong after 90-something pitches, and we let him run back out there for the 7th.
I was just going to ask you pretty much if you could elaborate just what you said. He does seem like a different pitcher in how he works, arm slot, everything than when he was here before. Is it extremely different, or what do you see?
I mean, he's dropped from like maybe a 3/4 to a low 3/4 slot. It's more sink than he used to have when I'd watch him. He always won up in the zone pretty successfully with his fastball. He still does that, which is, from my perspective, you rarely see a sinker baller win up in the strike zone. He's a kind of rare breed that way, where he can see a scouting report, still exploit it, still pitch to the top of the zone, and then go back to the sinker the rest of the time. That ability to get above the barrel, keeps hitters off balance. He's not just working one spot. So it is different. I don't know about how radically different it is, but I think the movement on the ball presents an obstacle for the hitters.